You are tuning in to Suki Says, and I have a treat for anyone that likes to laugh. Jimmy Pardo hosts the award-winning podcast Never Not Funny. He also does celebrity interviews for the Pardo Patrol for TeamCoco.com, and he's the star of his own half-hour Comedy Central Presents special, and he is the opening act for Conan O'Brien at Conan tapings. He does a lot of stuff. Jimmy, man, how's it going?
Good. I don't know why you became a hippie at the end of that sentence by saying man, but other than that, I'm doing okay.
I'm kind of a hippie.
Well, listen, you know more about yourself than I do. I know you for all of that intro. I wanted to point out my half-hour special is a decade old already. It's already 10 years old, Suki.
You have to do another one.
Well, so I say that in case any of your kind listeners, the dear listener, wants to then follow up on what is already a wonderful interview. And they would go, hey, that guy was funny. I'm going to look for his thing on iTunes. And then they go, it seems a little dated. Well, that's the point. It is dated. Okay, end of disclaimer. Go ahead. You've got questions?
Yeah, are you going to do another one?
Oh, okay. I don't like that question. That's already out of the box bad. You know I'm kidding, right, Suki? Please. The silence is killing me. It's like I just imagine you like staring over at some intern, like going, what an a-hole this guy is.
No, I'm laughing. I snorted. Did you hear me?
Well, now I didn't. The first time I didn't. I was like, oh, that's deadly. Am I going to do another one? Probably not. You know, my God, this sounds so ridiculous to talk about myself in the third person, but, you know, Jimmy Pardo's comedy, Suki, is, it's very improv-based and very crowd-based, and producers of said half-hour special are afraid to deal with that sort of energy and that sort of performance, so I probably will not be doing another one, and that's, they're wrong.
They are wrong.
Right?
I think they're so wrong.
I was grateful to have done that special when I did it, which was 2002. It actually premiered July 1st of 2002, and I remember that because it was either a choice between going to watching my special at home or going to see The Who in concert. And then John Entwistle died, and that made that decision for me. I was able to stay home anyhow.
All right, so next question. Hopefully this one's not as bad as my first question.
Go right ahead.
What's it like being on stage right before Conan?
It is the greatest. I have been doing this dumb stand-up comedy thing for over 20 years, and I've had my own TV shows, pilots, or on the air, or whatever, talk show, game show, and I've never worked for anybody better than Conan O'Brien, and it is a pleasure and an honor to go out there every day before he takes the stage and, perform in front of an audience that is really primed to be there for good comedy and, see their hero. And so it's kind of cool.
That is cool. Now tell me a little bit about your new project, Stand Down.
Okay, I may not know what that is.
Isn't it all the worst gigs?
Oh, the thing I did for the AV Club. I'm so sorry. Said, Suki, when you're as busy... Listen, I've got troubles today. I'm trying to find a new gardener. I've got so much going on, Suki, that I cannot... Stand Down is a great thing that the folks at the Onion AV Club asked me to do, where I told a story of one of the worst gigs of mine on stage, and they animated it. And it's pretty cool. It's, like I said, it's over at the Onion AV Club. I'm sorry for not putting two and two together when you asked that question.
It's okay.
I'm a failure, Suki.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. All right, go ahead. Next question. So far, we're doing great. Listen, I've got my own intern over here who's scoring, and right now it's 2 good questions to 1 bad question, so we're doing very well. Okay,
well, since that's about the worst gig, can you share your favorite stand-up moment?
Oh, boy, that's... I don't know. These gigs, going to New York or going to Chicago and performing at the Chicago Theater, at the Beacon Theater in New York, opening for Conan were pretty cool. My appearance on Craig Ferguson was a pretty cool stand-up moment. My first late-night show I was on with Craig Kilborn, that was pretty cool. There's more good ones than bad ones. That's I don't know if I have a favorite, per se. I apologize for not having an answer.
That's okay. I know how you could have saved that.
How?
You could have said the best moment was when I told a joke so funny a woman threw her bra on stage.
Yeah, but that never happened. Listen, and by the way, let's remember that I grew up in the 80s, so I had a lot of things thrown at me in the 80s. It was a freer time, Suki.
So much neon.
A lot of neon, a lot of Choose Life T-shirts, a lot of Dayglow half gloves, and I was guilty of wearing all of them, including leg warmers. That's right, I wore leg warmers.
Oh my gosh, you're like the sexiest man alive.
Oh my God, you know what? I'm going to isolate that part of the interview when I get it offline. and just have it be that I'm the sexiest man alive. And
Okay.
okay. On my website.
All right. Well, you're on tour right now, aren't you?
You know what? I'm actually going to Conan here as soon as you and I are done speaking, but I'm going to Indianapolis on the 22nd, and then I go to Peoria, Illinois on the 24-25 of August. That's how we say calendars, right? On the 24-25?
Pretty sure.
We don't put the TH at the end of those anymore? So I got some Midwest stuff coming up. I always like, I grew up in Chicago, so it's always nice to get back to the Midwest and listen to a lot of classic rock, because apparently people die if they don't hear ZZ Top once an hour in that part of the country.
Our midday guy was playing ZZ Top while I was driving in.
I never liked them, and by that I mean your midday guy.
No, I won't tell him.
Not a fan, and he knows it. I've written him many a letter to tell him to pick it up.
All right, well then, how can people stalk your gigs and buy tickets?
Well, they can go to jimmypardo.com, has all the links, and then it also has the links to the aforementioned award-winning podcast, Never Not Funny, and I think the links for the Pardo Patrol are on there as well. So, Jimmy Pardo is really, jimmypardo.com is really the place to go for all that.
Very cool. Well, thanks for chatting with me today.
Suki, it was my pleasure.
Aw, stay funny.
I'll try.